The psychology of money. Why smart people go broke. A doctor earning $400,000 a year. A lawyer billing $300 an hour. A software engineer with stock options worth millions. What do they all have in common? They can all go completely broke. And here is the shocking part. 67% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and that includes people with advanced degrees and six-figure salaries. Your income is not the problem. Your brain is. Most people think getting rich is about earning more money. But if that were true, every doctor, lawyer, and professional athlete would be wealthy. Yet medical doctors have one of the highest bankruptcy rates among professionals. 78% of NFL players go broke within 5 years of retirement. And lottery winners, 70% lose everything within just a few years. Meanwhile, a janitor named Ronald Reed quietly accumulated $8 million by the time he passed away. He never earned more than minimum wage. The difference between the rich and the broke has almost nothing to do with intelligence or income. It comes down to 7 psychological traps that your brain sets for you every single day. And today, I am going to show you every single one of them. Trap number 1, mental accounting. Have you ever received a tax refund and immediately thought, this is free money, I should treat myself? That right there is mental accounting. Your brain puts money into imaginary categories. Your salary feels like serious money, but a bonus, a gift, or a refund feels like play money. But here is the truth. A dollar is a dollar, no matter where it came from. Research by Nobel Prize winner Richard Thaler showed that people consistently found money faster and more recklessly than earned money. That $3,000 tax refund. It was always your money. Your employer simply gave the government an interest-free loan with your paycheck all year long. And when you blow it on a vacation instead of investing it, you just cost yourself over $30,000 in compound growth over 20 years. Trap number 2, loss aversion. Studies show that people feel the pain of losing money twice as intensely as the joy of gaining the same amount. This is why you hold on to a losing stock for years, hoping it will recover while selling your winners too early to lock in gains. Daniel Kahneman, the psychologist who won the Nobel Prize in economics, proved that this single bias causes the average investor to underperform the market by 2 to 3% every single year. That might sound small, but over 30 years, that gap turns a $1 million portfolio into just $500,000. You literally lose half your wealth because your brain prefers avoiding pain over seeking gains. The fix is brutally simple. Set rules before you invest. Decide in advance. If this stock drops 20%, I sell. No emotions, no hoping, just rules. Trap number 3, lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. You buy a nicer car. You move to a bigger apartment. You upgrade your wardrobe. Before you know it, your expenses have grown to match your income perfectly, and you are no wealthier than you were before. This is called the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much more you earn, your brain adapts to the new normal within about 6 months. That brand new BMW that made you feel incredible, in 6 months, it is just your car. The excitement is gone, but the $500 monthly payment stays forever. Here is the rule wealthy people follow. When your income goes up by $1, your lifestyle should go up by 30 cents. The other 70 cents go straight to investments. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. His net worth is over $130 billion. That is not an accident. Trap number 4, overconfidence, bias. Smart people are especially vulnerable to this one because they are experts in their field. They assume they can outsmart the stock market too. A brilliant neurosurgeon earning $400,000 a year spent years researching real estate, but never actually invested because she could not find the perfect property. Meanwhile, A high school dropout who simply understood the basic principle of buying income-generating assets was making profitable purchases every month. Intelligence can breed overconfidence, which leads to analysis paralysis, or worse, believing you can beat the market through clever trading. The data is clear. 96% of actively managed funds failed to beat a simple index fund over 15 years. The smartest strategy is usually the most boring one. Buy an index fund. Automate your contributions. Stop checking it. The less you touch your investments, the more money you make. Trap number 5. Social comparison. Your neighbor pulls up in a new Mercedes. Your coworker just bought a house. Your friend posts vacation photos from Bali, and suddenly, your perfectly good life feels inadequate. Social media has weaponized this bias. A study found that people who spend more than 2 hours per day on social media are 60% more likely to make impulse purchases. You are not comparing yourself to reality. You are comparing yourself to a carefully curated highlight reel. Here is what no one tells you. That neighbor with the Mercedes? He might have a $700 monthly payment he can barely afford. That coworker with the house? She might be drowning in mortgage debt. The wealthiest people you know are often the ones who look the most average because they understand that looking rich and being rich are completely opposite strategies. Trap number 6. Present bias. Your brain is wired for instant gratification. Cornell University research found that our brains literally perceive saving money as less urgent than spending it. The pleasure centers in your brain light up when you buy something now. But the concept of having money 30 years from now, your brain barely registers it. This is why buy now, pay later services have exploded. Consumers spent over $75 billion using these services in a single year. Your brain processes the purchase as free because the pain of payment is pushed into the future. But it is not free. It is debt disguised as convenience. The solution? Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers to your investment account the day you get paid. You cannot spend what you never see. Wealthy people do not rely on willpower. They build systems that make the right financial decisions automatic. Trap number 7. The sunk cost fallacy. You bought a gym membership for 12 months. You stopped going after 2 months, but you refuse to cancel it because you already paid for it. That money is gone whether you go or not. But your brain tricks you into throwing more time and energy at a losing decision just because you already invested in it. This is the same reason people stay in bad investments, keep paying for unused subscriptions, or pour money into a failing business. They think, I've already spent so much, I cannot quit now. But rational thinking says the opposite. The money you already spent is irrelevant. The only question that matters is, starting from today, is this the best use of my money? If the answer is no, walk away. The most expensive mistake is not the money you lost. It is the money you keep losing by refusing to accept the loss. So here is the truth. Your brain was designed for survival on the African savanna, not for navigating modern financial markets. Every single one of these traps exists because your psychology is running outdated software in a modern world. But now you know the traps, and awareness is the first line of defense. The wealthiest people on earth are not the smartest. They are the ones who learn to recognize when their brain is lying to them and built systems to override those lies. Start today. Automate your savings, stop checking your investments, delete the shopping apps, and never, ever confuse looking rich with being rich. If this video changed how you think about money, hit subscribe because next time I am going to show you how Netflix went from a $50 million startup that got laughed out of the room to destroying a $6 billion empire.